Alright, so right here is my glorious Model O, and this is the regular Model O with the matte white color and coating, and it's had the same G skates from about almost 2 years since I got it, and I think it's time to replace them, but this time I want something a little more fast and glides better, so I picked up some Tiger R2s from Lethal Gaming Gear, and we're going to install them on here, and let's check them out. So the first step to install the new skates would be to remove the old skates, and to do that you would just get some heat, lightly apply some heat on each skate, and make sure it's always cover the sensor when you're applying heat. Like let's say you use a hair dryer, always want to cover the sensor, and then you pry away at the edges with like some sharp tool such as a blade.
To a quiet old man full of white hair. Thought we had it all planned out in a hijack, but even then everything was a fight. Yeah, peas and carrots, what we inherit. I've seen the merit in the squeeze of parents. No need to sugarcoat it.
So usually you're not supposed to use your old mouse skates after you take them off your mouse, because apparently they lose their glide somehow. I don't understand how, but they definitely do lose their sticks. They won't stick as well for sure. But when you put them on again, let's say after replacing a cable just like I did here, it won't feel as smooth as it was before, so just letting you guys know. So these mouse skates are from Lethal Gaming Gear, as I mentioned earlier, and I had a little run-in with their support team for these mouse skates, and let me tell you the story. So what happened was, I bought a pair of mouse skates, right, and they were supposed to come in like a week, so it didn't come in, and it's been like almost a month, so I contacted them. I was like, where are they and what happens if they're completely lost? And one of their support team members, sorry I don't remember your name, but thank you, because he sent me out a free pair of mouse skates. So if the other pair does end up coming in, then I'll have 2 sets, which I'm really happy for, because I can probably put that on a Model O wireless if I ever do get that. So right here are the Tiger R2 skates, and this is your little order confirmation. I just folded my info back. So you just have Tiger R2 for the glorious Model O, and then we have the Tiger skates themselves, right, in this little packaging. So let's open this up. Alright, so it seems to be this little thing you just rip right here. I always mess these up, see? Mess it up. Alright, let's see. Let me get this open. This is so hard, man. Alright, so I kind of got it open. So let's just flip this, and then I'm going to pull this on. Alright, so that's all the thing, a little packet and a packet and another packet. So we have the mouse skates right here. Let me just open this. And what you get inside these little packets are the mouse skates themselves. No way. Did they stick them on here, or is there another layer? Okay. So there's another layer of like protective coating, I think. Yeah, okay, there is, but just the edges, the outer edges, I guess they just stuck to this, and this is that little alcohol cleaning pad that you would use to clean off the residue of your old skates, but I don't think there really is. I'm going to use it anyway, just to make sure, but I don't really see any other residue, because these skates used nice 3M, so it didn't leave anything behind. So now it's time to replace it.
I'm always swinging and
So before putting on the Tiger R2 skates on my glorious Model O, I just want to compare them to the original G skates. So in my left hand is the Tiger R2, right, and my right hand this is the glorious G skate. So by thickness, they're almost, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're the same. Maybe the Tiger Arcs are slightly thicker, but I don't think I'm going to feel a difference when using the mouse. The edges are really nice and curved, so it doesn't feel like it's going to snag on my mouse pad. For the glorious G skates, they're slightly curved, but they're definitely nicer on the Tiger R2s. So after putting them on, you guys can definitely see that the Tiger R2 skates are slightly smaller than the Glorious ones. They don't perfectly fill the edges of the mouse, but it's definitely not too small. It's like, it should work just fine. I don't think there should be any issue with it, with the usage, but I'm just something to note that they're not quite as wide as the OEM skates. So after trying out the new Tiger R2 skates, I can confirm that they are a lot faster and is a noticeable difference, but they are slightly rougher. And I wasn't expecting that, but I'm just guessing it's because they're new, and I'm hoping that they'll get softer over time. So I did press hard after installing them, which I don't know if I showed on camera, but they said to in the instructions. And yeah, I guess they'll get softer over time, and I'm just having them on this little microfiber pad because this desk is really rough and messed up a lot of mouse skates in the past. And the next thing, the final thing we're going to talk about is the cable which Gloria sent to me. So the original Glorious Model O cable was this, basically I call it the shoelace cable because that's literally what it is. It's just a shoelace with some wiring going through it, and it was terrible. So it had this little kink right here, which was from when it was put in the box. It was just bent like that, and it just sat weird. And ever since I had it, it was always just weird in that one place. Like, it would barely bend, and then the whole cable wasn't that good actually, so it was just weird because it was big and thick, but it was thin, the actual wiring inside, and it wasn't working well with my bungee, so I had to really stretch it and put it in, and I was worried what that would do to the durability, but I think it was fine. I started experiencing disconnecting issues around 2 years in, so yeah, so it lasted decently long, not amazing. So I contacted Gloria Support, and they were able to send me their new Ascended cable, which is miles better, I tell you. And so what they did is just give me some code to put in on their website, and that gave me the cable for free. But if I didn't purchase the mouse in the last 6 months, I had to pay shipping, which was a bummer. And this mouse was purchased, like, this is probably one of the original batches of the Glorious mice. So I purchased it in, I don't know, like 2019 or whenever it came out. And this is much nicer, so it's just much more flexible, and it's thinner. It actually feels like somewhat of a paracord, actually. It's very thin, and I don't know how this is going to affect durability, but I had this on my computer case, like on the top, and I just noticed that it was just bending a lot right here. Like right here, I felt like it was putting a lot of weight, so I just reinforced it with some electrical tape just so it would hold up better, because I feel like this thing weighing this down is probably gonna just mess with this wiring right here. So yeah, and one little thing they did update was if you can see this little plastic piece inside the USB 2.0 connector, it was white originally, and they changed it to orange, which is a minor detail, but it's kind of cool that they just did that because they're like company colors are like orange and black, I think. And yeah, so I ended up going with a white cable because I feel like it matched my mouse better. And I don't know if it's gonna get dirty fast, but just I'm not gonna touch this at all. I'm just gonna use the mouse, so I don't have any worries that it's gonna get bad. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the mods on the Glorious Model O. And right now, this is I've put some heavy use on this mouse, I can say that. The buttons kind of wobble a little, I mean, like the plastic buttons, what is it called? Scroll wheel, like the rubber just slides sometimes and it doesn't actually like scroll. Probably gonna have to replace it soon, but till then it's still working strong. Only messed up part was the cable, and now that's replaced. So yeah. Alright guys, so before ending the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that at first the Tiger R2 skates were slightly rough. I feel like they were a little rougher than my Glorious G skates, but after, let's say, a day of use, it became nice and smooth again, and I didn't have any issues after that. This is what it sounds like right now. So yeah, it's pretty good, and here's some pretty bad COD gameplay of me using the mouse. I don't know if it's perfectly synced up, but I tried my best. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys again in another video.
Nice, we're going up against a bunch of rabbits. I spawned in and instantly died. Really?
Same here.
I spawned in and the guy that just killed me is right in front of me.
This is one dude.
Whoever told you peace is easy, don't admire. I wanna hold you, but I can't control the fire. The fire is burning, ain't no putting out that light. Yeah, desire turns to desire, turns into a quiet old man. Thought we had it all planned out in the high chair. But even then, everything was a fight, yeah. Peace I see the merit in displeasing parents. No need to sugarcoat it. I see the need for being married, but no will condone it. I say hold on to, but it'll be so you that's still upon you. Think twice and where's it going to? What he gonna do? If this the type of life you want to, just let it on you. I say. So how am I gonna hold you when this love is so disarming? Thought I was so lucky 'cause you told me I was charming. Nobody told you making money is a problem. For a rapper ain't it funny how it's always so alarming. Same with actors, same with authors, all the same. Just name the artist, hard model, always called an arm and all. And always starting for attention. Tens of thousands couldn't mention I am worthy, but I'm thirsty, ain't it now? So you can quench it. I'm defenseless. I'm always swinging for the fences. Yeah, I'm always swinging for the fences. I'm always swinging for the fences. I'm always swinging and trying to hold on to this feeling while believing in this journey. It won't hurt me more than needed. It won't hit me in a hurry. I just wanna call it even, but you leaving me defenseless. I'm always swinging and
Might be one dumb, but I ain't too dumb.
They're really just camping up there.